Okay, so the Duffer brothers just had a interview with Variety where they discussed a lot of the burning questions that most of us have as well after completing this season. So before we get into these talking points they had, I want to go ahead and ask you to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. We are on the road to 25,000 subscribers. We have a ton of stuff to talk about, but let's get right into it. So pretty much they were talking about various different questions that they've seen online and things like that. One of the questions that they first started off with, what is the age of number one? So of course this is going to be spoilers, so if you don't already know by the title itself, these are a ton of spoilers I'm about to talk about. So if you don't want spoilers or haven't finished the season, go finish it, come back to this video, but let's get into it. So number one, as we found out, was actually Henry Creel, and then took on the name of Peter, who Eleven was being sort of trained by, and then it turns out that this person was in fact a born killer. They were very much so somebody who despised humans, saw them as peasants, and they were very much so evil. And this is actually the person that we see as also Vecna. So they pretty much go on to say that this person was 29 years old. If you were wondering, I was actually curious about that as well. Another question they were asked as well was about the Upside Down, about why was this frozen in time during the time that Will went missing. And so this question wasn't sort of answered, but it sort of was hinted that this is going to be a bigger plot point come season 5, but we might get some hints here and there in volume 2. They went even on to say that somebody on Reddit might actually figure it out just from what we see in volume 2. So keep your eyes peeled in volume 2 and make sure you jot down all the clues you see, because you'll probably get your answers about what's going on with the Upside Down, how it works, and all of that. They said that Netflix during season 1 of their show was actually very interested in knowing what the Upside Down was, how it works, and all of that. So they actually spent about a week just writing the mythology with their writers about how the Upside Down worked, how it came to be, why it is the way it is, and how it all fits into the show as a whole. So I thought that was pretty interesting that they took that time to actually really flesh it out, and I'm curious to see what they mean. We will find out come the next volume, and especially season 5, where they say it's going to be very important about what the Upside Down really is and how it works. So they went on to also talk about Will's birthday, which has been memed a lot, because in the recordings we see that when they were at the roller rink, that's actually the same date that was actually Will's birthday. We found out in the other season of Stranger Things. They actually said that they also forgot that was Will's birthday, and now they might have to George Lucas it, they say. So that was pretty funny to me to read that they actually also did forget Will's birthday, because Will needs to catch a break, right? They did talk about character deaths as well, and they said that there might be people who might be more vulnerable, and that fans should really keep an eye out because some stuff might happen come volume 2. And I'm over here praying for Steve, because we need Steve. We need Steve, the babysitter. Come on. So very interested that they actually said that. So things aren't off the table just yet. And they said that all of the characters are in danger and peril. So definitely something to look for. They also talked about how they separated all of the groups, and that was very much so purposeful, because this way 11 doesn't have the opportunity to just come swoop in and save the day as they have done in previous seasons. And they talked about how the California group was more distant as well, which I also found interesting that we didn't really get much of them at all, I feel. So I'm wondering if there's a bigger role they play come the volume 2. But we'll see about that as well. They also answered the question that many people had about Eleven's speech, how she's able to talk in the flashback scenes, but then in season 1, she's not really able to talk. And they said that this is kind of like a little spoiler about what we'll probably see in volume 2 and season 5 be talked about more. But according to them, during the event that happened between Henry Creel and 11, when 11 pushed Henry Creel into the Upside Down, and ultimately all of the events that unfolded from that she was placed into a coma by Papa, Dr. Bretner, and after this was sort of just being the only one that was taken care of by him, because he saw it more as a way to keep them safe. He saw the potential, the power that they had. So there was no need to have another number in there. So that's the reason that we see that 11 struggles with her speech, because she's coming off of a coma. So I thought that was pretty interesting right there as well. And one of the last questions they do get asked as well, and something we've seen be thrown out there, is about Will's sexuality. As we know, it's something that has been sort of ambiguous for a while. Many people believe that he sort of is gay or bi or whatever the case may be, due to the way that he acts and just little things that are thrown here and there. And they actually talk about that this will actually be something you see sort of be unfolded come volume 2, and that Will's arc, of course, is far from being completed. So I'm pretty sure we'll get some more of that come season 5. So very interesting questions here that were definitely great questions to be asked about the show. I think that this season definitely is one of the strongest seasons we've seen so far. So I'm definitely excited to see what we get when this next volume drops. And just super excited for it. So let me know your thoughts and your opinions on it down below. Are you excited for volume 2? What do you think about these questions? Are they answered the way you wanted them, or are you still left with more questions after this? I definitely am very curious the most about how the upside down works, however, because that's interesting to me, because I thought that if Vecna has been ruling this upside down sort of, or is Vecna not really the ruler here and is still more of a pawn as well? We'll definitely get that answer, I feel, come by the end of this season. And I think, like I said, season 5 is going to be really focused on whatever the Russians are doing with the monsters that they have captured, and they could probably be creating something that's even stronger. So I'm definitely curious to see how that will also be played out here. But all of the questions I think that were asked, like I said, were great. And definitely super, super excited for volume 2 now, learning about all of this. But let me know your thoughts, your opinions. Are there any more questions you think you might have? I do still have some questions, but I'll make that into a whole separate video. I told y'all this was going to be Stranger Things month. We still have some other stuff as well. Like I covered The Boys. I'm going to be covering that every week. Also, we have a ton of movies coming out. We have Watcher. We have Crimes of the Future. Dash Cam. So there's a ton of stuff that I'll try to talk about this weekend as well. So definitely stay tuned for all of that. But anyways, as always, make sure you are subscribed, turn that notification bell on. Like I said, I talk about other stuff, so check out my Ending Explained on The Boys Season 3, Episode 3. And I will also have a Boys theory video coming out about what we could probably expect this season, and let's see if they pan out or not. But as always, that's going to do it for me. If you haven't already, subscribe. We are on the road to 25,000 subscribers. Hit that notification bell to know when these videos drop. And as always, follow me on all the social medias. Cultural Elixir is the name. You can definitely check it out on the screen. As always, stay safe, stay positive.